Okay, we're ready.
Yeah. Yeah. May I speak now? Yes. I remember 2 or 3 incidents. One in Panjani, when 2 people came to Baba, when we were digging a cave for Baba in Panjani hill. So one Parsi, one Christian came to Baba and they wanted God immediately. So Baba said it's not joke to get God immediately. They say, tell us to do anything, we'll do it. But we want God immediately. Baba said, all right. Do one thing. He called me and told me, take these 2 fellows in Arnavaz and keep in the hall. There's 2 big halls. Keep them separately. And don't lock from outside. Let them lock from inside. And they must not come outside the hall. And they must not read or write or do anything. Only remember God's name. And I have to supply them milk twice a day, three times a day, and water. And one watch was kept outside the compound to see that no one should disturb them. But Baba said, before going, if you do this thing for 2 months, then you will get God. But see, it's very difficult. You will remember your family, you want to go to see him, but you are not allowed to go out for 2 months. They agreed, but Baba said, very difficult, don't try that. They said, no, we'll stick to that. But Baba said, if you come out from the room, then don't see me, so don't show your face to me, and go away, straight away from there. So same thing happened. Within a week, one of them went to other and told him that I cannot say the Parsi fellow, his name was Manik. He went to John and said, I cannot say, I am leaving, you can stay here. And he went away. Well, John said, no, I also cannot say, I will come with you. Both of them left without coming and seeing me down in Arnavaz. We were staying down in the Arnavaz. I and myself, I and Humi Bhatena was staying down the hill, and Humi was keeping watch outside in the compound. But he wrote with pencil on the wall that I am leaving Pendu, I am leaving the wall, I am leaving this room, and I won't return now. Then I said goodbye. Then I informed telegraphy to Baba in Panjani. Baba was in cave in Panjani. So I informed Baba that they are left without telling me, and what should I do? Then Baba informed me that don't worry, we are all coming there. And so Baba and mandali came there, and they sat there in that big hall. And we made partition for 4 people. In one hall there were 4 people staying, in another 4 people. So in this way I want to tell you that God is not so easy to get. They wanted God within 2 months, so they couldn't stay in Rome for 2 months. So this way Baba said this is not easy. And they remembered their home very much. And Baba reminded them in the beginning that you will remember your house, family, and then you will leave. They said, no, we will stick to that. And at last they have to leave, and they couldn't get God. Jai Baba to all.
Now, one incident I remember that Baba in Toddy's shop on Satara Street, when he used to sell toddy, that all low-class people used to come and drink the toddy. And naturally, when whoever drinks, always they come in different mood, in laughter mood or in sad mood or in talkative mood or in a singing mood. Then Baba used to give them toddy. Then they were in good singing mood. Then Baba used to give what?
Symbols.
Used to give them symbols to play with them.
Action.
And they all used to sit around and sing. Then Baba bought one extra room and they used to go and sit in that room, and Baba used to give toddy in that room, and then they started to sing and play dhol, the drums. And Baba also made them in good, happy mood and spiritual way. And sometimes he used to talk to them also. Then that way from far people used to come to drink in Baba's study shop, because there they were very happy and they were singing and like that. And that way even in Kasbah Pet Toddy shop also he went after few years, 2 years something. And in Kasbah Pet Toddy shop also he used, this low class people used to come and drink the toddy. Then Baba, even there also he bought 2 rooms behind that shop, and that behind that toddy shop, and there they all used to sit around and they used to play drums and that cymbals and like this used to sing bhajans and like that. Then that time also from far people used to come to Baba's toddy shop to drink. And then Baba used to sell so much toddy, even they made 2 huge tubs of drums of toddy they used to sell. And that way Baba used to make people in good mood, in spiritual mind, and that way he used to give them the toddy. Not that ordinary people used to give. And later, after Baba left that toddy shop, they wanted to buy that toddy shop in high price also, because so many people used to come and take toddy from there. But naturally when Baba wasn't there, nobody wanted to come there. Then they got in so lost that shop. That year they lost that shop very badly. That other people bought it. And they couldn't earn, because when Baba was there in that toddy shop, people from far away used to come and sit there, because Baba made them sing and good mood, and they were very happy. And later on, then another people bought that toddy shop. They didn't care to go there. They didn't mind. Dry. Very dry. Nobody cared for like that. And then they got in lost. And they gave so much price for buying that shop, because it's so many people go there and drink toddy. But after Baba, nobody went there. They felt dry. That's Jai Baba.
One more I
How
will
did
tell
you
you.
become a barber, Now he will tell you.
I will tell you one thing. How I became a barber. When 1927, when Baba's body now, there was pit there. And Baba was sitting there in 1927. The school were there. So on the night he used to sleep in the pit in the hole, and then the daytime he used to come up, there was a wooden plank and sitting there. So every alternate day I used to give Baba's bath. I used to give him bath in that pit. I used to save them, save his beard with called throat razor. I used to save them, save Baba. And I used to give them bath. In 1928, when we left to Toka, there we found there is no barber, and there are so many boys. They had to be cut. And every month Baba wanted every boy had to be cut. So we went in the village, we tried to get a barber from there, but no barber used to come because we are Parsi, Mohammedan, Harijan boys were there. So they said, no, we won't touch anybody, only Hindu and Brahmins. We won't touch anybody. So there was no barber. There was so many mandali people, boys. So Baba asked me, I said, yes, I am ready, I will be barber. So there was one building we erected, and Baba did an opening ceremony. So Baba and all the mandali came there. There was a party, opening ceremony, and Naji gave a physical, muscle control and all things show, grammar record, and there was Dadachanji who gave lectures and all these things. And since then, in open, I became a barber to cut the boys' hair, and the mandali, saving the mandali. So that way I became barber. Jai Baba.
And Toka incident I told you, no? Last time when we were in Toka. Ito kayo ni?
Okay. Well, I remember some of the incidents that took place in Guru Prasad. Baba was in a very happy mood, and there were a very few, very intimate ones gathered around him. And he was talking to them, making jokes. He was in good humor. He used to tell short stories. And in that, I remember one thing that he said. Somebody brought a plastic jar with a red lid, and there were sweets inside. So he opened that jar and distributed the sweets to all gathered there. Then he was just playing, he kept the jar on his lap, and he went on playing with that jar. And then suddenly he said, he opened the lid. He closed the lid, he opened the lid. Then he opened the lid. And he told the whole congregation that was gathered, just intimate lovers, that to open the lid is in your hands. To fill in the jar is in my hands. Thereby Baba conveyed, in short, that you say that everything is left in Baba's hands. So Baba said, yes, it is in my hands, but it is also in your hands. As he said that to open the lid is in your hand, and to fill in the jar is in my hands. So Baba said, I give my hand to you, but if you don't give your hand in my hand, then I can't lead you on. Because by giving your hand in Baba's hand, Baba takes that person with a shortcut. And therefore, one doesn't realize how short it is, because many a times there have been so many difficulties that we feel that it's like a big, huge mountain in front. But with the help of Baba, if we completely leave everything to Baba, with the help of Baba, we cross over. At that time we don't find it very easy, but after crossing over, when we turn back, that huge mountain seems just a small hill. That's how it was all along. So that I remember when he explained. And there were many other things he said. Then there was a short story someone read to Baba. It was in the Reader's Digest. So we know that Baba likes short stories, and something that pleases Baba, one always reads to Baba. So the story was like this, that there was a painter. He wanted to paint a child Christ. So he searched and found a boy as a model. After he finished the painting of the child Christ, he went in search of a model to paint Judas. He searched for years and years, but he couldn't find a man as a model. Then after many years, he went into a tavern, and there he saw a man, all in rags, very pathetic looking. So he went to that person and asked whether he would like to be the model, and that person agreed because that person needed the money. So he took the man to the studio, he painted him as Judas, and after he finished the painting, he gave him the money because he was very poor. When he gave the money, the person started to cry and he sobbed. So the painter was very surprised. He said, "Why are you crying? What's the matter? I have paid you. You have been my model. I have paid you. What's wrong? Have I hurt you? Have I done something wrong?" He says, "No. Why I'm crying is that I am the same child you painted as Christ's child." Baba liked the story so much, and his face was so full of compassion and love. And he said, if there were no Judas, there would not have been Christ. And he said, Judas loved me very much when I was Christ. I mean, his face had such love and compassion. When the story was finished, I still remember that expression on his face, and he said that. Then again, another incident took place in Guru Prasad. We used to go to movies. No, not Baba. We women, Baba used to go to movies too. Because if there was a good movie, if it was a comedy, Baba would love to go to that movie. I remember Baba once went to see The Absent-Minded Professor. Did you see that movie? Fred McMurray? Oh, it was such a grand movie. I mean, Baba laughed and laughed. And when he came back home after seeing the movie, he said, oh, my tummy ached and I couldn't laugh. I mean, Baba loved comedies. He loved Bob Hope. Oh, yes, he loved pictures of Bob Hope. Come on. Come on, dear. Yes, he used to like Charlie Chaplin and all the movies. He saw 10 Commandments. He specially brought the men and women mandali to Bombay to see the 10 Commandments. Oh, yes. He always likes to talk. Kalu. This dog's name is Kalu. He's very sweet. He likes to talk to us. So, what was I saying? That Baba came with men and women mandali to see the 10 Commandments. So, women went on one day and Baba went with men, about 20 to 25 men, whole of my family, my brothers, Nariman's brothers and mandali and so on. And he liked that movie. He sat up to the interval. And when he came back, he said, it was a very beautiful movie and he never saw such a movie before. It was very gorgeous.
Did he comment at all about, after the movie regarding the time of Moses and all that happened?
You want me to say that?
Yes.
Yes, he did. And he came back, and when he was talking about that movie, he just remarked that Moses was on the 6th plane. Yes, he did say that. Because it was in my own house, I heard it with my own ears. He did say that. What he meant was, that's true. So, that's true. Chala? Yes. Oh, this is continued. Come on.
continue.
Is it going on? Come on, Meru. આવી જા ને તો પેન્ડુ ઉઠી ગયો. કાઈ બી બોલ.
You were saying about the gentleman.
Yeah, but
Do you remember where you got to?
it's Sumule, but he had to do the work of the altar.
Moses was not a perfect master, but he had to, that work he had to do to free the Jews from slavery was a very difficult work that should have been given to the seventh plane person. That is why it was very difficult for him. Do you remember anything else?
No.
Well, is this what Baba had?
Repeat what?
Was did Baba say that Moses was on the sixth plane?
Yes.
And that,
Yes, Moses was on the sixth plane, but he had the burden of the work of a master to do at the time, and he had to free the Jews from slavery. That is why it was very difficult for him.
Did Baba say anything else on the that movie, Ten Commandments, at the time?
I think that Cecil B. DeMille was informed about it, how much Baba had enjoyed the movie, and he had written a letter to Baba about it, that he had remembered Baba over the years when he had met him in Hollywood.
He wrote that letter. One lover of Baba wrote a letter to Cecil DeMille that Meher Baba saw the movie Ten Commandments. Then he wrote back a very sweet letter, and that lover sent a photostatic copy to Baba, and that letter is with me, but I don't exactly recall what he said, but something like that. I remember that Cecil DeMille said that this world needs a great man like Meher Baba, something like that. It was very sweet. The letter is with me. I can quote from the letter, but it's in Bombay.
Baba came on this porch quite often.
Oh, he used to come very often.
He used to walk here, there, all sides.
Tell.
I want to say.
Come on, here, there, everywhere.
Baba first used to walk, then he used to come this side also. Very often first he used to come this way, and then lately from the hall. On the veranda he used to come and sit. Even on front veranda also he used to come. Even behind the kitchen, where is the champeli tree, there he used to sit and watch, and we also were sitting around him near his feet, and he used to talk something. So many things Baba used to say, but we were so stupid. We never remember anything. We just enjoyed ourselves and finished. But Baba's wish was like that. We must not write and do. Just listen to him and enjoy. That was the thing.
You remember some of the funny skits that Bob got a good laugh out of?
Didn't I tell you for 1 year almost in Satara?
Now, talking about the movies, I remember another time when we saw a movie called The Wrong Man. After we came back from the movie, Baba always used to ask us the story, and Meera would narrate the plot of the movie. So this movie was about a man. It was a real story. A man who was living at the time. He must be even living now. So the story was like this, that he was looking exactly identical to a criminal. And poor man had to go to jail. no matter how much he pleaded that he was not the culprit, yet he looked so identical that he had to go to prison. Later, after a few years, they found out the real criminal and he was set free. But then his wife turned not actually mad, but she was psychologically mad and she was put into the mental asylum. Now, when we narrated that story to Baba, Baba said that because he had to suffer for not doing something wrong, that means he was innocent, and at the same time he had to suffer for something he did not do. Therefore, he got a great spiritual push. And he got the greatest spiritual push because you all came and talked to me about that man, and I have focused on him. And he's still living. So he has got something like double promotion in the spiritual life. I remember that. Then there's another story Baba narrated once, that there was a God-realized king. But he lived like a king in pomp and glory. So, one of his, someone challenged him and said that if you are God realized and if you have become one with God, how is that? You are living in such pomp and glory. You wear kingly robes, you live like one, you have a big palace, and so on and on. So he wanted an answer. So the king said, all right, you want to know? I will let you know. So one day, when there was a festival time, there was revelry going on in the whole of the town. There was singing, dancing, music. There were decorations all over the town. So he called that man and he said, now, I will give you my answer. So the king gave him 1 cup full of water, but so full to the brim that if it were shaken even a little bit, 1 drop would spill. Now the king's order was that he must go round the whole of the town without spilling a single drop of water. And suppose if you do spill a drop, then I will send my two men will be behind you and they will behead you there and then. That man got so frightened because he didn't know what to do, but he had to do it because he challenged the king. So he really concentrated on that cup and went round the whole of the town. But he was so intense, and somehow he did not spill, and he came back without spilling a drop. The king was very pleased. He said, well, you did well. Then he asked that man, what did you see all around you? He said, nothing. What did you hear? Nothing. Then the king told that man that there was a festival time and there was singing and music and dancing going on, and you heard nothing, you saw nothing? He said, no, I saw nothing, I heard nothing. The king said, your concentration was so much on that cup that you heard nothing, you saw nothing. In the same way, I am so one with God that everything around me does not affect me. Just as you concentrated on that cup, nothing affected you. In the same way, I am a king, I wear king's robes, I live like a king, I am in the palace, yet nothing affects me. Because this story can give an answer to many who also think about Baba that way. I mean, people have asked very silly questions sometimes. If he is God realized, if he is God-man, why does he travel in the motor car, and why does he do this, and why does he do that? Very silly questions.
He goes in the west,
Yes.
western dress, and he...
I mean, Baba used to be the perfect man. So he did everything a man did on earth. But there's so many who could not understand, did not understand. So this story I remember. Well, once Baba narrated another story about obedience. There was a master who ordered his disciple at noontime to bring a lantern because it was very dark. So, without any question, that disciple went and brought the lantern. As he was about to fetch the lantern, another disciple said, "What are you doing? Why are you taking the lantern?" He said, "The master wants the lantern because it is dark." "But it is not dark," the other said. "Oh yes, it is dark, and I am taking the lantern." So he took the lantern to that master. So Baba said that obedience and surrenderance should be such that when the master said that it was midnight at noontide, one must try to feel and see that it is midnight. It is very difficult. But if you surrender to a master, then master helps you to bring that stage.
Baba stressed obedience, I think, over and over.
Oh, yes.
How important it was for
Obedience and surrenderance was very important. Because he always used to stress. He even once said that above your love, I want your obedience. And you can learn to obey if you surrender to him. Surrenderance can make you obey. And surrenderance and obedience can make you love. Because love is the grace of the Master. Baba once said that it is impossible for you to love me. You cannot love me. Only my grace falls upon you. Then only you can love me. So to love Baba is not in our hands. It's in his hands. It's only when he wishes and when he wills it, then we can love him.
This is such a problem. So many people want to love Baba and wonder how they can really do it. And the things that Baba would say of how to love him, when you were present.
How to love him? To do what Baba wants one to do will help one to love him.
Right. How does
Baba has said so many things, what he wants, in books, and you can find from the stories that we have narrated, from his close ones.
For instance, what are some of the things that Baba had you do that helped you to really realize how much love he had for you and what it meant to love him, what it meant to love him?
That's rather very difficult to say because there isn't one instance which has given me the idea, but it is something like this, that Baba had sown the seed of love, obedience, surrenderance, everything. Then he watered it, nurtured it, then the seed grew into a tender plant, and the plant grew into a strong tree. So, love has been gradual, and it has grown stronger and stronger by years. Like a tree growing after years from a seed.
All the women would sit around the table with Baba in the evening?
Many a times.
Yeah.
Because Baba would sit on the table, we would have lunch with him, breakfast with him. And there have been times before the second accident, Baba would sit around in the garden or in the house. He would talk, or someone would read to him, and we would all sit and listen.
Like?
Naja remembers one story.
Once Baba told us the story. Not even once. He told to Mandali also, and 2-3 times we heard Baba said the same story. About Ayaz. Ayaz, Wajir ne sukesh, in English, Wajir ne? Wajir.
What means minister?
Minister. One king was, and his minister was Ayaz. That a king loved Ayaz so much, and Ayaz also loved king so much, and that king was spiritually advanced and good. Then that Ayaz also loved the king as a master. Then whatever king said something or anything, Ayaz always used to obey him and do things. Then other from the king's ministers or big other elders they used to get so jealous of him. Why king does so attention to Ayaz like this, and why always he tells him to do everything, and Ayaz also does like that. Then they were jealous, and so many times king saw they all were so jealous of him, and they wanted to harass Ayaz. In every way they used to make him difficult, every way they used to say something. Then one day king wanted to know, even that gossip gone to that other kingdom also, and they wanted to know why king does to Ayaz like that. Then one day king called from so many places, other kings also, small kings and few big people and like that, prime minister and this and that. He called everybody and make big conference. And in front of them, he asked each one near him and gave that one big diamond and told them to break it. Then they all said, this diamond, because of this diamond so many life has gone. So many kings were fighting for this diamond, and thousands of life gone, then you want to break that diamond? They said, no, king, we can't do that. Then okay, leave it. Then he asked another king, another minister. That way one by one he asked everybody. They all said the same story. Is king got mad today because of this diamond? Thousands of life gone, so many kings fight with each other, and so many things happen. That story is so great, that history is so great and he wants to break this diamond. Then, okay. Last he called Ayaz. Ayaz, take that diamond and break it. Ayaz said, as if you say, I will break it. Yes, king said, yes, go and break it. And Ayaz took that diamond and threw it on the ground and broke it. They all got shocked. What is this? Then, king on the top, king scolded Ayaz. Why did you break that diamond? Didn't know that diamond is so valuable diamond, so precious. Whole world wants this diamond, and that for that so many kings fought and so many life has gone, and only in 1 second you broke that diamond. How dare you do that? And he slapped to Ayaz. Ayaz said, yes, it was my fault. Sorry. Then king told to all his conference, why I love Ayaz, because his obedience. Because he loves me so much and so great his love, whatever I say, he does. He doesn't think anything, only what I say and he does it. That's why I love Ayaz. And that's why he did this, and in spite of my saying, I told him to break it, and I scolded him, and he said, yes, it is my fault. He didn't say, you told me, that's why I broke it. But that's the way to obey and love. That obedience and love always comes together. Jai Baba. That feeling, that his expression. No. What? His feeling and his expression to narrate the story, it was so great. Then you just feel that everything was just front of your eyes. Everything just going on front of your eyes. That way you used to tell that stories. One boy from America came. His name was Irwin Luck. And he sat near the Baba. And we saw peeping through the door that boy. And Baba was talking with him. And Eruch was repeating Baba's gesture. And that boy didn't eat for 3 days. And he was going to keep fast till he gets God. Then God realized. And then Baba told him, you go in and eat. And he sent message to me to feed Irwin Luck. And I took Irwin to the kitchen, not kitchen, in dining room behind that hall. And I gave him butter, bread, tea and egg. Then Irwin Luck broke his fast. And Baba told, now not to keep the fast, now eat, then I will see you will get.
Come on, continue with your story.
Since then, 2-3 times Irwin Luck came to Baba from America. And next time he brought his brother, Edward Luck. And Edward Luck also came to Baba in Guru Prasad.
Isn't it a good story? Like it? You like it? Short and sweet. You remember because you fed him. You broke his fast.
First I saw him.
So she made you broke your fast. Oh, I see. Oh, his wit and humor was matchless. His wit and humor was matchless. He used to find humor in small ways, in small little things. He would, with mischief in his eyes, he would just look around for any humor that he can find or any mischief that he could find. Oh, it's very, very difficult to describe because it's impossible to, I can recollect, I can have that feeling, but it's impossible to narrate what happened.
Dr. Donkin always used to say, Baba is the great actor. He can act. Nobody can in the world can act. He used to say, always whatever talk used to come out, oh, he is a great actor. He can do anything and make you believe everything. Yes, he is the great actor. That way, even he used to make stories and make people laugh. That his way to tell the thing and story or jokes or fun, you can't compare. You can't tell and can't explain.
There's no way to explain it. You just have to just be there at the time.
That's right. As Naja says, Baba was the great actor, but he was the perfect man. The perfect man on earth. He was the greatest psychiatrist on the human level. And he was perfect in all the ways. Leaving aside that he was God. He was God-man, but he was the most perfect man. So he was perfect in every way. In every way. In his wit, in his humor, in his acting. What else? I can't think of. In everything. Everything. Well, aren't you satisfied now? You want more and more and more and more?
We never get satisfied.
Naja says you never get satisfied.
Naughty, naughty boy.
Naughty boy, she says.
I'm so tired.
This naughty, naughty boy, they never satisfied. They don't let anybody rest and they themselves get that tired. This afternoon, Irwin came to my room and he was so tired, I thought he will just drop now on the bed. But still he goes on taking the talkies and films and I don't know what. These both boys are crazy, make people crazy. Because they are Baba's children, because they are Baba's beloved children.
So,
when first we came to Peoplegam here, then not first, it was newly built this and later, but Baba used to walk, no accident was. Then we used to go on the hills side also, sometimes morning time, sometimes evening time. With Baba we used to go on the hillside and we used to pick up the stones, all green and yellow and blue stones we used to gather and bring from there. And Baba also used to pick up the good, nice stones and used to give us, look, this is very nice, look, this is very nice. He used to do with us also. We didn't feel that time. It was, Baba also used to go with us the same levels, same with us, like one friend. But still we had to remember he is God with us. But we never felt all the time just serious and do nothing. No, we were so one with Baba. And we sit round while eating also, while sitting and talking also. Sometimes Mani used to read stories, and while the stories goes on and something funny thing Baba used to tell, always Nero Wolf story, Baba liked it, and always Archie He always used to call me, stop money, wait till Mera comes and read again and again make him do it. And again made money read again, and he used to laugh so much, funny stories and nice things. That's it. Arnavaz. Jai Baba. I wish you all good luck, and I give my love to everyone and each one, whoever Baba lover is. They are same family, same our beloved Baba's family. All lovers is same. Bas?